Hi, I'll make the intro quick. Welcome to a playthrough of Factorio and the Pyanodons modpack. I'm using generally recommended settings, including no biters, and I have some quality of life mods installed. The list is in the description. This isn't going to be a let's play, but instead a collection of clips in which I update you with my progress, explanations of various things, cool builds that I make, milestone research, and my struggles with this difficult modpack. I hope you enjoy. As with any Factorio playthrough, we find ourselves stranded on an alien planet. But this time there are lots of weird ores, and the recipes seem hopelessly complex. Ah well, here we go. The fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Alright, I've had a bit of a look. It's definitely very complex. For example, you can see down here, just to create the first science pack, I've had to, make this affront to God. All of these inserters to keep up with the slow swing speed, but I have successfully crafted automation, as you can see, and I have a rudimentary iron line up and running. Because I won't have access to electric mining drills very soon, I have to resort to this very interesting coal mining technique, where we mine the coal and then insert it back into the miners before it gets passed on. And of course, to mine anything else, we have to provide the miners with coal here. I've done that this way to make sure the miners cover all of the ore patches. Pass that through and down into our iron line, where you can see we are just starting to get some iron. I got tired of chopping down trees for wood, so I researched wood processing. I have the forestry building. Unfortunately, to make seedlings I need glass, and for glass I need molten glass, and for molten glass I need quartz. Closest quartz patch being many miles distant. Over here are some. And without trains, and considering the cost of belt and my sanity, I am not going to deal with that, so I am going to attempt to spawn in some quartz ore, and this was really my fault for not checking the seed or starting location before I started. So I'll see if that works. A very slow investigation into Lua commands and a very quick investigation into the map editor left me with this quartz ore patch. Sorry if you're not particularly happy with this, but I think the modpack is already going to be hard enough without running all the way to that quartz ore patch up there. It's been a significant amount of time since our last update. I have researched all the way through to what is effectively green circuits. Had to play around with the Botanics, or the Alienlife mod. Very interesting concept. I quite like it actually. So yes, expanded my power. I've just kind of expanded everything, and all to support this one factory over here, making these printed circuit substrates. So next up is getting all the electronic components to actually get some green circuits going. Hopefully so I can get some splitters. They have been sorely missed so far. Alright, I lied. I'm getting tired of hand feeding random buildings halfway across the map. So I am going to reorganize my base, get rid of some of the spaghetti. I'm going to have a dedicated botanics section and just kind of group everything so I can feed things into each other effectively, so I can spend my time working on more important things. So we'll see how that goes. And here we are, all cleaned up. I want to start with the botanics area, but I'm not quite sure where I want to put it. Maybe down here. We'll see. I've been playing around for a bit and I've come up with this very compact tileable tree farm design. Basically, it's all self-contained. This belt here is for the logs and for the wood. The logs are output onto the near side of the belt and the logs onto the far side, sorry, the wood onto the far side. And everything has these buffer chests so that, say I run out of ash for the tree farm or I run out of moss for the seedling farm, everything will keep going until hopefully I can realize and rectify the issue. So this part I'm very proud of. It's very compact. There's no space wasted in this middle area, with everything feeding from the tree farm into the log cutter, into the wood seed or tree seed manufacturer, into the tree seed, seedling manufacturing, and then back into the tree farm. All the surplus wood and logs are output on this belt, and the ash from this assembler is output on this assembler up to this line, and that's where the ash comes into the tree farm. So it's very compact, very efficient. I'm very pleased with it. And I am a subscriber to the more lights, the better, or the light beautification theory of Factorio build design. So I have placed one light in the center. Side note, one thing that's very annoying about the early burner phase of Pyanodons is that all of the burner machines, which include all the assembly machines, all the miners, and some of the more complex buildings, they all output ash when they burn through something. And it piles up and piles up. I've got maybe, well, let's have a look. I have 3 almost full chests of ash here, and I have plenty more up with my power setup. It just gets everywhere. So yes, you have to find a good way of dealing with it. Otherwise, eventually this will lock up. Obviously, they stack to 1,000. It takes quite a while, but yeah, you don't want to have that as an issue of your build stopping. So yes, that's outputted onto the ash belt anyway. Don't ask. It's a bit hard to fit it all on the map, but all of the Alienlife botanics that I need to get to the next science pack, I've placed all down here. We have the moon drops, the moss, which feeds into the tree farm, the sap, and the seaweed. So pretty happy I can expand all of them out to the east if I need more. This is usually the way I like to build things. I have the support infrastructure on one side, and then all of the actual production facilities, they can extend out, so I have enough space to expand. And I feel like that's going to be very important, being able to expand to get more production, so I'm not bottlenecking anything too early on. So yes, there we go. Just thought I might show you this interesting design for these small parts. Because inserters work on an angular rotation speed, you can see this mechanical inserter has a rotation speed of 216 degrees per second. It's actually, well, they actually swing twice as fast if they only have to swing through 90 degrees like these inserters are. And with the very slow swing speed of these inserters, that's actually important. Just using straight inserters or just using them a few at a time can't keep up with the throughput of the output of the machines. So I have plates feeding in with these 2 90-degree inserters to make these copper cables, and they're actually getting output with these 4 90-degree inserters into this assembly machine, and this is thanks to Bob's inserters. So yeah, very cool concept. I'm going to be trying to utilize this as much as I can until I get a better inserter. I'm still working on getting to these simple circuit boards. One of the things that I need is tin. I'm getting that from this patch here. And of course I'm dealing with the ever-present issue of all the ash that comes out of the buildings and the boilers. Mostly I've just been shoving them into chests. These ones don't create very much, but boilers, because they burn through their fuel so fast, they generate a lot of ash. Here I've stored up probably 100,000 in these chests. So that's a bit annoying. Everything with the secondary products, of course, is what makes, or at least part of what makes this mod really quite hard. And for the vacuum tubes, you need graphite. For graphite, you need coke. And for coke, you need to go through this process here. You put in coal, you get out 4 products, and then you can put the coal, the raw coal into here, take out the refined coal, put it into the next machine, and that's what I have here. And because tanks are so expensive, I haven't been able to craft any yet. So I've had to just vent all of the liquid and gas byproducts. But aluminium, which is mined here, needs one of these byproducts to run. So yeah, it's just finding ways to take the byproducts and use them somewhere else in a way that you're not bottlenecking your own production. In this case, I can sink all of this coal gas into the aluminium mine. This isn't going to back up. It's not going to stop the production of the coal and the coal coke, because I can sink the coal gas into here. So I will be doing that. Ta-da! This is the first really big milestone that I've come across. I have in my inventory all the ingredients to craft some simple circuit boards in this machine. And even this basic circuit board requires 7 different ingredients, and has many base ingredients, stuff that I extract from the ground, some coal-based ones, some wood-based ones, which includes other Alienlife ingredients. It's really it's really quite a lot of things you have to juggle to get here, so I've been expanding my mining, and just trying to make everything work together, stuff feeding into each other. You can see these lines here, taking fluids from this coal processing to the mining, because all the non-basic ores need fluids to mine. For example, aluminium needs coal gas, which comes from processing this coal. Lead needs this acetylene. Tin needs steam, etc. So yeah, really cool that we have these circuit boards. This unlocks faster swing speed inserters, splitters, very important, and some better recipes for things like cellulose, this saline water, which is all used to make in some form these circuit boards. So yeah, now that I have these, I can go around, upgrade some things, make things more resource efficient. So that would be very nice. But with that, I think that's going to be it for the episode. My thoughts on the mod pack so far: lots of ash, lots of everything really, lots of recipes and items. I think I've only barely scratched the surface, especially since I'm only dealing with a few byproducts, and I only have 1 or maybe 2 recipes available for each item. From what I've seen, neither of these are going to be the case for much longer, but I'm very excited to continue. If you're still here, thanks for watching. Consider liking the video and subscribing if you want to see the next episode. See ya.